月の光に誓って愛と正義の力で戦う星々が味方する因果を守護者たち。
Blessed be all of my Aries people out there, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to have a look and see just what is going on when it comes to your weekly astrological weather and tarot traffic reports for the week starting April 21st, 2025. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, where you can follow the links in the down bar below. This is the last full week of my April sale after all. And with all of that said, let's have a look and see what's going on with your weekly astrology weather for this week before we get on to the tarot. On the 24th, we've got Venus conjunct Saturn in Pisces, activating your 12th house of the past, secrets, hidden opportunities, as well as personal history and even secret exchanges. And it looks like there is something that's going to be coming up where an old fantasy, an old wish, an old road, an old track that maybe you used to be on in life has a chance to go from being kind of a fantasy and turning into a fact. Now, this is likely going to come up in the form of some kind of hot tip or special gift or special favor coming to you in secret or just away from public view. But whatever the case is, looks to be a special gift that can turn something that was once, again, a nebulous fantasy into a practical reality. On the 26th and the 27th, we've got Mars in Leo opposite Pluto in Aquarius, just as this new moon in Taurus is activating. And we're seeing a lot of high highs, but also some personal challenges come up where a new beginning when it comes to a professional or financial opportunity is really lighting up your income sector. But you're also going to need to be ready because some long-awaited confrontations and crossroads may also be on the table around a social or personal life matter. So that is what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Aries, here's your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme or your big focus for this week, you've got the Hierophant reversed, which is actually a really good card because the Hierophant card reversed is all about things getting mixed up that have been overdue for a bit of a mix-up. This is the card that reminds us that some rules were meant to be broken and some norms were not supposed to last forever. And this can be especially helpful as when we are talking about situations where we've been kind of trapped up in a lot of old routines, a lot of old patterns, a lot of old obligations, or a lot of old rules that maybe have been stifling us or stifling progress where we want it and need it the most. This could also be an extremely liberating week for a lot of you that have been feeling maybe like you've been getting trapped in some kind of situation or reality or world, so to speak, that you have long since outgrown. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work, job, and finances, you've got the Temperance card reversed. Now, the Temperance card reverse can be kind of a weird one because this definitely is a week where you are going to be making some very big strides in terms of some very strong financial and professional gains. But things could sometimes get a bit too busy or a bit too wild. The Temperance card reverse can sometimes show up where things are going our way, but there is such a thing as team too much. You need to be ready this week. Things that are getting put on the table or accelerating are really going to actually be pressuring you in a good way, but there are going to be a lot of things that come up where you might have to start downsizing or rearranging your schedule to keep up. Sometimes this card can also indicate kind of feeling like we're burning the candle at both ends. See what we can do to not sleep on this week, but also not let it burn us out. For your community with friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the High Priestess upright. And this week, it looks like there could be some really good news coming to you through an ally, a friend, or a family member that has some kind of important lead, some kind of important help, or fix-up, or hook-up for you. A lot of the times with the High Priestess, we see somebody intervening or interfering in our life in a good way. They could be taking us by the hand, handing something off, or even opening a special door. For your challenge this week, you've got the Magician upright. Not a bad challenge at all, but again, this week is really going to be pushing you Aries people, especially when it comes to rising up to new challenges, but also to new feats of accomplishment, as well as even a raising of your personal profile. The Magician card as a challenge can sometimes require us to get more invested in things than we normally do, especially around what showcases our talents, our abilities, and even our reputation. And you could be going through a bit of a rising star kind of week if you do take these opportunities seriously and be ready to put your pedal to that metal. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, there looks to be some kind of development going on with the Six of Pentacles where you guys are getting a chance to try a new relationship on for size. Now, for a lot of you, this could show up in trying on a new relationship style, trying on a new relationship road, or maybe even exercising some kind of new relationship dynamic or option. The Six of Pentacles indicates some kind of lucky break, generous win, or maybe even some kind of influx of good fortune that is giving you a chance to kind of turn aside from maybe some kind of future or setup that you have in your personal life to something that is going to be a lot more tantalizing, something a lot more sexy, and maybe even something a bit more rewarding. And so this could be something that you are working on with a significant other or with somebody new if you are single or available to new people. But whatever the case is, be prepared. You know, some lane changes are going on here. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, son of Celine, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all of my Taurus people out there, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to have a look and see just what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological weather and tarot traffic reports for the week starting April 21st, 2025. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. It is the last full week of my April sale after all, so you might want to get in while the getting's good. So what's going on when it comes to your week? Well, on the 24th, we've got Venus conjunct Saturn in Pisces, activating your 11th house of friendships, your support system, and community. And this is going to be giving you an opportunity to turn some kind of personal wish or fantasy into a reality because of some kind of development going on with a friend, a social group that you're a part of, or possibly something changing around a social environment that you are in. Likely this could be some kind of development going on in a group or collaboration, or something that is evolving out of a joint path that you have been on. But whatever has been kind of just stuck in the realm of fantasies is now getting a chance to, again, make a fact. On the 26th and the 27th, we've got Mars in Leo opposite Pluto in Aquarius, whilst also we have this new moon lighting up in Taurus. And so for the following 2 weeks, you're going to be noticing some kind of new beginning getting going for you, especially around some kind of personal goal, aspiration, or maybe something that you have been running as part of a solo journey, something that you've been doing all by yourself, or something you've wanted to accomplish by yourself. However, some kind of long-awaited confrontation or crossroads could also be coming up at the same time around a family, household, or career affair. So that is what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Taurus, here's your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme or your big focus for the week, you've got the Four of Swords upright. So this is going to be a week that's going to actually be rather peaceful for a lot of you. The Four of Swords is all about rest, regeneration, and recovery. But you might also notice that there are some things going on in your life where things that you've been operating at a bit of a deficit of, or things that you've fallen behind on, or even things that you've maybe incurred a lot of loss or delays with, are also going through kind of an automatic recovery, automatic regeneration phase. There could be some things that come up this week, though, that do get delayed or paused while this process is going on, so you may have to be ready. Some things might be getting put off till after this week, but overall, the Four of Swords is about healing and recovering things that maybe we didn't know we were actually going without. And so some pleasant surprises are also going to be in store for you here as well. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work, job, and finances, you've got the Nine of Wands upright. And the Nine of Wands is all about getting set up for new success because of some kind of new protection, some kind of new boundary, or some kind of new commitment getting locked in. Now, this could be something developing around either a professional or financial matter or a smattering of the two. But what's happening with the Nine of Wands is that a lot of you are getting a chance to be kind of moved into a space or maybe onto a path that is going to change the way maybe a financial plan or a work role operates in your life. Again, setting you up for new success by actually getting you away from something that was not going to get you there. For your community with friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Six of Swords upright. The Six of Swords is all about moves and transitions and even possibly travel. And there could be something coming up this week where you may find out about something going on with a friend or a relative where they may be cluing you into some kind of future plan. Now, this could involve moving or maybe a travel plan, a trip or a vacation, or something that they are making a big departure from in order to take on a brand new day. This is likely something that you are going to be happy about for them, but it could create some ripples around a social group or a social space. For your challenge this week, you've got the Ten of Cups reversed. Be careful this week about trusting things based on appearances or snap judgments, because the Ten of Cups reversed can be the message of all that glitters is not gold, and sometimes beauty and what is appealing is only skin deep. And with the Ten of Cups reversed, there could be something coming up this week where something that's trying really, really hard to look perfect and optimal on the outside is actually trying to mentally misdirect from something that is very wrong on the inside. This could be a situation, this could be a person, this could be something going on behind closed doors somewhere. But whatever the case is, you want to make sure that you are, of course, not judging books by their covers. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Three of Swords upright. So this week, there could be some issues coming up with a partner or around a partnership situation. The Three of Swords is a card of heartache and conflict, and there could be something coming up where you notice a partner could be going through something like this, or you are both going through something like this, whether it's something internal to the relationship or something happening outside, with maybe another household or other people. A lot of the times the Three of Swords is indicating something that could also put us in a place where we as a couple might have to make a difficult decision that could be seen as a heartbreaking decision, but it might be something that we have to do in order to end some kind of difficult matter that we've kind of walked into this week with. For those of you who are single or are available to new people, the Three of Swords upright says this could be going on with somebody new or new-ish this week. So we want to be careful about making sure that the road is really good and clear before we proceed. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, son of Celine, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all of my Gemini people out there, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to have a look and see just what is going on when it comes to your weekly astrological weather and tarot traffic reports for the week starting April 21st, 2025. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you can always head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. It is the last week of my April sale after all. So what's going on when it comes to your week? Well, on the 24th, we've got Venus conjunct Saturn in Pisces, your 10th house of career, upward mobility, status, station, promotions, and raises, the area of big business. And with Venus conjunct Saturn, we have an opportunity to turn a personal fantasy into a fact. Now, for you, this could be around some kind of financial, career, or business concern, or possibly even getting a chance to start taking practical steps and practical measures towards bringing a career or business ideal or wish or activity into the practical world and out of the world of fantasy. It will require you, of course, to get ready to maybe commit to whatever this new role, this new path, or this project is, but it is something that is getting you lined up with maybe what you wanted to do anyway. On the 26th and the 27th, we've got Mars opposite Pluto from Leo to Aquarius. All the while we have this new moon in Taurus. And so we've got some kind of really strong new beginning going on where an old wish, an old path, or maybe even something you've been carrying on in secret is getting a chance to take on a brand new life, something that is going to be opening up some kind of special new commitment or possibly a new adventure for you over the course of this next 2 weeks. However, there does also seem to be some kind of long-awaited confrontation or crossroads that could be coming up as well, particularly around contracts, agreements, commitments, obligations, or anything around collaborations that might be old that could still be holding a bad influence over you now. This could include also accounts or anything of just, again, a bit of a paper pushing kind of nature. So that is what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Gemini, here's your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme, your big focus for this week, you've got the Ace of Wands in reverse. Now, the Ace of Wands reversed is indicating this week is going to be full of, I guess you could say, the beginnings of a lot of winding down. Winding down of stories, winding down of activities, winding down of long-standing roads. And a lot of the times with the Ace of Wands reverse, what we see is energy kind of diminishing from things that, don't really have anywhere else to go. And it can, if we're not careful, feel almost like a week that is a bit of a dull lull. Now, with the Ace of Wands reversed, we have to remember that winding down is a part of a process. There are things that maybe we've carried on for a long time, patterns, routines, things that we've held up for other people even, that we need to be ready to change courses with. And the Ace of Wands reversed is basically saying this week, you might be noticing where there is no energy in certain spaces and there's energy going elsewhere that you need to be ready to invest more, even if it's things that you want that you've just not been able to invest the way you wanted to. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work, job, and finances, you've got the Moon upright. Now, the Moon card is kind of a tricky card because we have a lot of revelations coming up where we might actually be seeing a shift in the landscape around a career or financial matter or maybe a future plan or ideal. With the Moon, this is likely something that's going to be presenting a lot of new beginnings as well as revelations that do need to be sorted out. The Moon is all about puzzles, mysteries, illusions, but also dreams and fantasies. This could be something coming up in an important work or financial conversation, or maybe something that we're trying to work out with a friend or a collaborator. But we may also discover this week where there might be something that we are trying to accomplish for ourselves or something that we once tried to accomplish for ourselves that we need to change tracks or change gears in order to accomplish for ourselves if we want to. For your community with friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Ace of Cups in reverse. Now, the Ace of Cups in reverse can indicate here there might be something going on where you are noticing a friend, a contact, or somebody important kind of starting to wall up a little bit. This can indicate somebody kind of becoming emotionally blocked, or perhaps even presenting a contrary exterior to what's going on inside them. Somebody who could be hiding back a lot of pain, a troubling situation, or maybe a bit of detachment. This is something that I feel like you might need to work on helping them to open up and connect with, because I feel like this is something that you would want to, but just keep in mind, with the Ace of Cups reversed, there's some self-censorship going on with this person, and this might be a time where you've got to be ready to be a little vulnerable yourself too. For your challenge this week, you've got the Five of Wands upright. Throwing your weight around is going to be your personal challenge because the Five of Wands is indicating a need for you to be ready to take charge of something or many things in your life that have kind of come down roads you didn't want them to, or ended up kind of following other people's plans or other people's agendas, and again, not really ending up where you wanted them to end up. With the Five of Wands, this can indicate possibly, yes, a need to put your foot down or throw your weight around in situations where you've been more tolerant or laid back in the past. However, this week it might be important so we can get some of that energy back that we've been losing, as we talked about with the Ace of Wands reversed. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Ten of Wands reversed. Now, the Ten of Wands reversed is actually a really good card because this is the card of release, liberation, getting off the hook, having a burden, concern, obligation, or even a future we don't want disappear. Now, this could be something that is coming up for you and a significant other or somebody new or new-ish, where something that has been a trouble or something that has been maybe trying to push or maintain something that you know would be bad for you or you know you don't want doesn't have to happen and probably won't after all. There's a sigh of relief when this card shows up. So that is what I have got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, son of Celine, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you can head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all of my Cancerian people out there, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to have a look and see just what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological weather reports and your tarot traffic reports for the week starting April 24th, 2025. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. It is the last full week of my April sale after all. So what's going on when it comes to your week? Well, on the 24th, we've got Venus conjunct Saturn in Pisces, lighting up your 9th house of big moves, big travel opportunities, expansion, prominence, popularity, as well as official matters. And with Venus conjunct Saturn here, we have a chance to turn something that has been a fantasy into a fact. Now, this could be a really, really good day, especially when it comes to planning some kind of big move or big trip sooner or later. Or this could also indicate some kind of transformation around something that you are looking to bring awareness, popularity, maybe even a bit of fame to in your life, or even bring about some kind of special exchange with a long distance communication that's going to set a new road or a new journey going for you. On the 26th and the 27th, we've got Mars opposite Pluto from Leo to Aquarius. All the while, we also have this new moon in Taurus. And so we see a very strong combo of new beginnings for your social life, your support system, as well as getting yourself into a space where you are developing new community. But also there could be something coming up around a long expected or maybe long awaited confrontation or crossroads around a financial or business concern. You're going to need to be ready to navigate those as we go through this next 2 weeks because they're going to be happening at the same time. So that's what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Cancer, here's your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme, your big focus, you've got the Two of Pentacles reversed. So this week, you're going to be having a lot of maybe situations that you've been juggling or a lot of circumstances that have been up in the air for you start to, well, come back down to earth. This is the week where a lot of things that have been up in the air start to make a lot more sense. And maybe a lot of things that you have been caught at a crossroads with, or that you've been struggling to kind of work into your world, or maybe make your own decisions about commitments with, are going to start getting kind of made for you by circumstance. With the Two of Pentacles reversed, this is a week of simplification, and so you may also notice a lot of things becoming uncomplicated that were once complicated or too complicated in the past as well. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work, job, and finances, you've got the Six of Cups upright. The Six of Cups is all about returns to the past, a bit of a time warp experience, and possibly some happy returns in other forms as well. A lot of you could be getting a chance to get back in alignment or back in sync with some kind of old work path, career goal, or road, or maybe even enjoy a return of old business or even some old money or familiar faces. Whatever the case is, though, these are all sweet returns coming to your work and financial life. For your community with friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Tower card upright. So the Tower card is indicating there could be some news coming this week about a major ending or transition going on around a friend, a friendship group, or maybe with a close or distant relation. The Tower card is all about a big ending that does have big ripples, and this is likely something that's going to affect you and everybody in the group or around them. But because this is happening in your community sector, I'm hesitant to say that this is your tower, but rather something that you might be impacted by. Sometimes this can show up where somebody is, presenting difficult news or a difficult transition. An era is coming to an end. And what is happening here is that this does also, again, have a bit of a collateral effect. So just be prepared. You might be called upon to get involved with whatever is happening here. For your challenge this week, you've got the Knight of Wands upright. This week, you are also going to be getting some very strong boosts when it comes to help from other people. The Knight of Wands indicates somebody coming in to help kind of hurry something along that has been maybe growing too slowly, or help something to grow bigger that has been advancing too slowly, or helping to boost you just in terms of your popularity, your acclaim, and your overall status. However, when the Knight of Wands shows up as a challenge, it can usually show up where, you are getting help where you have thought too small, you have gone too slow, or you have been too timid. And so there could be some pressure to raise up and match this energy as we go through this week. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you have the Wheel of Fortune upright. And the Wheel of Fortune is all about some kind of new success or some kind of raise up that seems to be coming up out of nowhere. The Wheel of Fortune is a surprise win or some kind of surprise opportunity that's going to be really, really pleasurable, really gainful for you and a sweetheart, or possibly somebody new or new-ish. With the Wheel of Fortune, this does seem to happen by happy accident, and likely something that is going to be transforming maybe the landscape around you and a partner. This could be something financial, this could be something material, or this could even be just a chance to finally get some kind of show on the road as far as relationship opportunities are concerned. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, son of Celine, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all of my Leo people out there, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to have a look and see just what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological weather and tarot traffic reports for the week of April 21st, 2025. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. It is the last full week of my April sale after all. So what is going on when it comes to your week in the astro weather? Well, on the 24th, we've got Venus conjunct Saturn in Pisces, which is activating your 8th house of shared resources, bonus income, shared responsibilities, investments, and even intimacy. And with Venus conjunct Saturn, there is an opportunity to start pushing practical changes in order to turn a fantasy into a fact. And this could be something that is lining you up for either some kind of bonus earning power, or maybe even bonus funds as we go through the rest of April and on into May, or some bonus fun of a bedroom variety. But whatever the case is, we're getting a chance to, again, take something out of the ethers and make it something real. On the 26th and the 27th, we've got Mars in your sign, opposite Pluto in your 7th house of closest one-on-one connections or closest one-on-one relationships, as well as also a new moon in Taurus, lighting up your 10th house of career. And we have new beginnings occurring for you that are really lifting you up over the course of this next 2 weeks in terms of career, business, as well as upward mobility in all things professional, which is really, really good. But while we're dealing with that, there may also be some long-awaited confrontations and crossroad moments coming up around maybe a close one-on-one connection or a few, especially when it comes to situations where there's already been kind of a tension or a tug of war. So that is what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Leo, here's your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme, your big focus, you've got the Five of Swords upright. So I'm not going to mince words. This week is going to be bringing to a head a lot of situations in your life that have been kind of a source of conflict, whether they've been sort of quiet, subtle cold wars, or even open competitions or open hostilities. The Five of Swords is the card of conflict. It can be the card of confrontation, but also at the same time in a spiritual theme position like this, this is about bringing a lot of conflicts and confrontations to an end, especially when it comes to things that have been just sort of like a constant, like where it's always been that way, almost like a part of the scenery. When the Five of Swords, however, shows up as a spiritual theme, there could be a lot of final confrontations this week that we need to be ready to break free from as they come and go. Make sure that we don't stay stuck in situations where conflict is just sort of part of the story. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work, job, and finances, you've got the Star reversed. Now, the Star card reversed is actually still a really good card because there's likely something that is going to come up where you are getting a chance to have something set in motion for the future, locked in, reserved, confirmed, committed, but you're not necessarily going to be able to do something with it right now. A lot of the times with the Star card reversed, this can be a card of reassurance, but it's almost like, well, we're still kind of in the waiting period. It's almost like moving into a house you want to live into, but you have to wait a month in your old place. Now, the Star card reverse can indicate good news in terms of yes answers or even, again, promises of good fortune, but we might have to still wait or hang on just a little bit longer with this card. Good will come out of it, albeit a delayed gratification. For your community with friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Six of Wands reversed. Now, the Six of Wands reversed is all about a change of heart or a change of opinion or a change of stance. Likely something getting reversed, backpedaled, or rewound. This is a true neutral card, and this could be a week where some of you find out that a friend or a relative or somebody close is actually doing a bit of an about face about a course of action, a stance they've taken, or a position that they've held in a group, a family situation, or something they've got going on with you or had going on with you. This could be a good thing if this is something you wanted to have them do, or this could be something a bit disappointing if it's unexpected. Whatever the case is, though, with the Six of Wands reversed, it is actually for the best that they do this. For your challenge this week, you've got the Strength card upright. You really don't have any major challenges this week. While things might be a little bit complicated, there's a difference between things being complicated and things being bad, right? And with the Strength card upright, a lot of you are getting a chance to come into a place where, you might be noticing you are becoming a lot more prominent, a lot more popular, but also at the same time a lot more influential and a lot more powerful. And it's time to start using it. This could show up at work. This could show up in your social life. The Strength card as a challenge can also sometimes show up where we are getting a chance to actually lean into something that could be very sating or fantasy fulfilling for us, or something that brings us some kind of deep pleasure. You're challenged to actually let yourself do it. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Eight of Cups upright. Now, the Eight of Cups is a card of departures or walking away. And it looks like there could be something coming up where you and a partner could be making a decision to walk away from something that we no longer want to have or keep up. This is likely something where we are making a walk away from one thing in pursuit of something completely different. You might be also getting some news about maybe a partner wishing that they could quit or leave something in their lives, maybe deciding that they want to change jobs or change activities or social affiliations. But whatever the case is, the Eight of Cups upright is all about walking away from done deals that are no longer satisfying. So it's still a good thing. For those of you who are single or available to new people, or there's somebody new-ish, you might notice the same thing going on with them, making a big decision about departing something in their lives that is no longer actually doing them any good. And this could be opening up a door for y'all. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, son of Selene, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you can head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all of my Virgo people out there, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to have a look and see just what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological weather and tarot traffic reports for the week starting April 24th, 2025. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, just head on over to my website, integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. It is the last full week of my April sale after all. So what is going on when it comes to your weekly astrology weather for the week of the 21st? Well, on the 24th, we've got Venus conjunct Saturn in Pisces, your 7th house of partnerships, closest one-on-one connections. This is the area of the boyfriend, girlfriend, BFF, business partner, husband, wife, and roommate. And when we have the Venus conjunct Saturn effect, we see a fantasy getting a chance to become a reality or turning a fantasy into a fact. Now, this could be something that is giving you a chance to maybe enact or bring forth into being something that has been a fantasy that you'd like to achieve, whether it is for your personal life, your romantic life, or maybe even accomplishing some kind of goal or some kind of mission statement for a professional or platonic connection. Whatever the case is, this is certainly here to help set you up to fulfill a fantasy that maybe you've just been stuck wishing, waiting, and hoping on, and now it's time to get practical. On the 26th and 27th, we've got Mars opposite Pluto from Leo to Aquarius. All the while at the same time, we've got a new moon in Taurus. And so there seems to be some kind of really special new beginning opening up that is going to allow you to really get yourself out there. This is a time where, big moves, big travel opportunities, new prominence, new celebrity, new publicity, as well as even an opportunity to get out of a bubble is going to be highlighted over the course of this next 2 weeks. But some kind of long-awaited confrontation or crossroads may also be happening at the same time with regards to some kind of old issue or hidden problem or maybe even hidden enemy among a social group or professional group at the same time. So that is what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Virgo, here's your tarot traffic. And it looks like this week, for your big spiritual theme, your big focus, you've got the King of Swords upright. And so the King of Swords is all about solutions, winning strategies, as well as important help that could actually be putting you in a position to get into the fast lane with a lot of situations where you've been kind of just going in circles. The King of Swords is the card of truth, but also the card of clearing a lot of baggage, clearing a lot of murkiness, and as well as also, yes, opening up new highways for ourselves when it comes to accomplishing things that we wish to move forward into. A lot of the times with the King of Swords, however, you might be noticing a lot of things shifting up around you to kind of put you in a more powerful space, whether it's socially powerful, professionally powerful, or financially powerful. And that can actually be a really strong gift, but you are also going to have to learn how to wield that sword and those new goodies well. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work, job, and finances, you've got the Queen of Pentacles reversed. This week, you might be going through some headaches around a situation where somebody has kind of started a problem for themselves. A lot of the times the Queen of Pentacles reversed can usually show up where a problem is getting stirred up or made worse by somebody that is not really qualified or lacks the education, the maturity, the discipline, or the self-control to do something well. This could be something going on with the job. This could be something going on in a financial matter. This could even be a friend or a family member who's gotten themselves into some kind of trouble. But whatever the case is with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, I think it might actually behoove you to take a step back and not get so involved and see if this could be a learning experience to help this person learn to actually be a capable adult instead. For your community with friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Three of Cups reversed. Now, the Three of Cups reversed is indicating there could be something coming up where a fractious connection with a relative or a friend could be causing us to maybe take some serious space. A lot of the times the Three of Cups reversed can indicate issues around gossip, issues around meanness, maybe even backbiting or some kind of clique war going on. And with the Three of Cups reversed, I think a lot of you may decide that this is a week where you do have to put a friend or a relative on timeout for a while. Your challenge this week is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And the Nine of Pentacles in reverse as a challenge is basically saying, pay attention to the package deals, attachments, and connections in your life. They also do have an impact on what is going smoothly and what's not going smoothly in your world. When we have the Nine of Pentacles reversed, a lot of the times what ends up happening is that we need to pay attention to where the company that we keep is not really helping us or is actually working against us in some way, right? The company we keep, where we share energy, does have an impact on how things go. And there could be something coming up where you have to confront maybe a problem person or a problem attachment or a problem package deal in order to maybe take care of yourself or something that matters to you. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Seven of Pentacles upright. The Seven of Pentacles is actually a really good card. This is the card that carries kind of a check is in the mail kind of message. And there could be news of some kind of important confirmation, some kind of important success, something that's really going to be lighting up your week for you and your partner or somebody new or new-ish that is helping to set an important path forward in motion. But with the Seven of Pentacles, it's going to be coming in a way where it's possible we are setting a date, we are setting a plan, we are hatching it and getting it good to go, but we can't really rush this thing or fast forward whatever it is. The good news is, though, we're locking it in with the Seven of Pentacles. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, son of Celine, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all of my Libra people out there, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to have a look and see just what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological weather and tarot traffic reports for the week starting April 21st, 2025. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, just head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. After all, it is the final week, or final full week, I should say, of my April sale. So what's going on when it comes to your astrology weather for this week? Well, on the 24th, we've got Venus conjunct Saturn in Pisces, which is turning on your 6th house of work, reputation, schedule, teams that you work on, and the people that you serve. And with Venus conjunct Saturn, there is an opportunity to turn a work fantasy into a fact or into a reality. This is a time where we get a chance to start setting up a new road for ourselves because of some kind of practical opportunity to maybe maneuver a work or financial or team setup into something that is much better suited to us and our needs going forward. This could even be something that is supported by a boss or an authority figure, so you definitely want to be in good communication. On the 26th and the 27th, however, we've got Mars in Leo opposite Pluto in Aquarius. All the while, we have this new moon in Taurus turning on at the same time. So over the course of this next 2 weeks, it looks like there's going to be some very special new beginning going on where you're getting a chance to be scoring some kind of new bonus income, new bonus monies, or bring in some kind of new wealth into your life outside of your normal income avenues. However, while that's going on, some kind of long-awaited confrontation or crossroads is likely going to come up around a social or personal life matter. This could be something going on with a friend, a collaborator, or maybe, yes, even something with a partner or partner intended. So that is what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Libra, time for your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme, your big focus, you have the Seven of Cups upright. Now, the Seven of Cups upright is indicating this week the world's kind of your oyster. This is all about opening up a lot of new roads for you and also stirring up a lot of activity where things in your life have become a bit dull, where you've been feeling without options. If you have been trying to get out and shake things up, this is a really, really good card for you. But you're also going to want to be mindful, whatever you are going out there looking for, you're probably going to get many different options for what you could attain. And because of all of this stimulation and activity this week, you're going to want to take your time to give a fair and balanced account to everything that you examine. Don't trust things based on appearances immediately, but also don't block good things from shaking up your world in a good way. Find the balance. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work, job, and finances, you've got the Four of Cups upright. Now, the Four of Cups is kind of a ho-hum card on the surface. This can indicate a situation where it's likely there could be a problem coming up from people not necessarily actually doing any real work. This can be a card of laziness, slowness, contentedness, dullness. But at the same time, there is something going on this week where you're getting a chance to also see where an opportunity that you maybe slept on or an opportunity that you didn't really take enough time with could be doing you a lot of good. This could be something that was, put on the table in recent or less recent history, or maybe something that we do need to be ready to follow up with because there is a blessing in disguise, or there is something good out there that we need to shake our world up for. For your community with friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Two of Swords reversed. Now, the Two of Swords reversed is actually a card of commitment, and it's likely somebody that has been maybe caught between sides, waffling on decisions, or maybe having a hard time making up their mind around some kind of family or friendship matter that does involve you, is definitely making up their mind and taking a side, taking a stand this week. I feel like this is something that's actually going to make you very happy. This could be something that you're proud of this person for, but it's also going to be something really good for your relationship, your connection, and anything you've got going on with them. For your challenge this week, you've got the Three of Wands upright. Making sure that you are staying in communication and staying up to date is going to be maybe a challenge. We've got a lot of stuff going on here that's asking you to stay on the ball because some very important launches, new beginnings, as well as even accelerations are on the table for you in all things, especially when it comes to getting your life in a more kinetic and dynamic way. But if we are taking things too slow and steady, or we are letting ourselves take too many breaks, we could be missing out. So again, sleep on nothing this week. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you have the King of Cups upright. And the King of Cups is all about a deepening of emotional connection, as well as new vulnerability, as well as deeper intimacy in love. And for a lot of you, this is going to be a very special week because it looks like there's going to be a way to explore a new connection, whether it's a new level of intimacy with a partner or maybe even get deeper into a new or new-ish connection. Because the King of Cups is also really good when it comes to dissolving a lot of walls, impediments, boundaries, and barriers that actually do no good. With the King of Cups, this could also be a very special week because it's possible something is going to be doing a bit of a block busting around a relationship or romantic matter. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, son of Selene, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you can head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all of my Scorpio people out there, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to have a look and see just what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological weather and tarot traffic reports for the week starting April 21st, 2025. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. It is the final week or final full week of my April sale after all, so might want to get in while the getting's good. So what's going on when it comes to your week? Well, on the 24th, we've got Venus conjunct Saturn in Pisces, which is lighting up your 5th house of love, romance, creativity, as well as business and artistic endeavors. And with Venus conjunct Saturn, we are seeing a beautiful opportunity to turn a fantasy into a fact. Now, this could be a romantic fantasy or a romantic wish, or something that you would like to see accomplished with regards to a personal or entrepreneurial business, or even some kind of artistic dream or desire that you have. However, with Venus conjunct Saturn, it's no longer sitting in the realm of fantasy. We're going to have to be ready, though, because we're going to be shown how and what we need to do to make it happen practically. On the 26th and 27th, we've got Mars opposite Pluto, from Leo to Aquarius. All the while, we also have this new moon in Taurus. And so there does seem to be a beautiful new beginning turning on with regards to some kind of close partnership opportunity or a level up in a close partnership over the course of this next 2 weeks. However, at the same time, you're going to need to be ready to navigate some kind of possibly long-awaited or expected confrontation around some kind of career or family matter. These things may or may not be related to one another, but they are likely to come up because Mars opposite Pluto tends to get pretty heavy. So that is what I've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Scorpio, here's your tarot traffic. And for your big spiritual theme, your big focus, you've got the Eight of Pentacles upright. The Eight of Pentacles is all about improvements, upgrades, updates, and also a boost of productivity and profitability, especially when it comes to things that do actually generate some kind of wealth or reward for you. With the Eight of Pentacles, however, on a more general focus with the spiritual theme, you may be noticing a lot of things in your life also going through some important transformations or overdue upgrades, updates, and replacements to make things a whole lot easier and, again, a whole lot more efficient where they need to be getting down to business with and for you a lot better. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work, job, and finances, you've got the Hangman reversed. Now, the Hangman reversed is actually a really good card because it's indicating here that something that was once paused or put up on a shelf, something that had to go, and freeze for a second, or something that got delayed or sidelined, is now coming back into play. Now, this could be a conversation, this could be money, this could even be a plan for the future or something around a professional or financial matter. But whatever the case is, you are going to need to be ready because something that we thought was maybe off the table never really left the table in a good way. For your community with friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the King of Wands reversed. This week, there could be some issues that come up around an association that we could see as kind of impulsive. The King of Wands reverse can often show up as a flaky, scatterbrained person, somebody prone to a lot of knee-jerk reactions and low capacity for self-control. And this could be stirring up drama somewhere, as you can imagine personality types like that just do, around some kind of social affair, a group, or a family matter. A lot of the times with the King of Wands reversed, lifting them up and trying to make them feel good about themselves just makes it worse. We shouldn't be lifting up emotionally immature, stupid, inconsiderate people, hoping they turn out better if we do. This is a time where you might have to draw a stronger boundary around them instead. For your challenge this week, you've got the Hermit upright. Now, the Hermit as a challenge is not saying, this week you're going to be alone. It's basically saying, know where there are certain things in your life that you should not be sharing with the world and shouting from the rooftops. Sometimes the Hermit card can indicate an opportunity for you to score some big wins, but they really are just for you, right? We can't always bring everybody with us. Now, this could be it's something going on around a work or a social matter, or this could be some kind of special opportunity that's kind of just for you, not everybody else. And your challenge is letting it actually be that way. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Page of Swords upright. The Page of Swords is all about experimentation, getting a bit adventurous, but also finding shortcuts. And for a lot of you, there could be something coming up where you and a partner, a significant other, somebody new or new-ish, are going to be going through a bit of this phase. The Page of Swords is all about getting a chance to shake things up in order to see if we could take an alternative route to a relationship desire or goal that we want. And when it comes to new people, this is a time where a lot of you might be getting a chance to connect with somebody through a way that is not your normal dating style, but probably something that is just as, if not more, intriguing. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, son of Celine, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you can head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all of my Sagittarius people out there, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to have a look and see just what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological weather and tarot traffic reports for the week starting April 21st, 2025. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, just head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. Don't forget, it's the final full week of my April sale after all. So what's going on when it comes to your astrology for the week? Well, on the 24th, we've got Venus conjunct Saturn in Pisces, your fourth house of home, family, living situation, and home economy. And this is giving you a chance to turn some kind of wish or desire that you have for a home or family situation or plan or setup and turn it into something that is a reality. Turning fantasies into facts is a big deal with Venus conjunct Saturn because we get a chance to finally start doing and having the opportunity to make practical work, make a practical result. On the 26th, we've got, 26th and 27th, I should say, we've got Mars opposite Pluto at the same time on the 27th as we've got a new moon in Taurus. And so for you, there seems to be a really strong new beginning coming up in your sector of work, reputation, schedule, and teams that you're on, possibly elevating you this next 2 weeks in the eyes of your peers, your bosses, and really raising up your clout in all things professional and financial. However, at the same time, well, we've also got a bit of a clash, likely maybe an awaited or expected confrontation that could be coming up, or a crossroads coming up around some kind of contract or agreement, or maybe even paperwork, or something where there has been a clash or a conflict of interest where more official matters are concerned. See what we can do to navigate these things gracefully. So that's what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Sagittarius, time for your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme, your big focus, you've got the Eight of Swords in reverse. Now, the Eight of Swords in reverse is actually a really good reverse card because it's all about release and freedom from things that have been maintaining stuck conditions, things that have been paralyzed, progressing too slowly, or bunched up or bound up with the wrong people, the wrong conditions, the wrong whatevers, and just kind of keeping everything in a place of tight stuckness. With the Eight of Swords reverse, though, this week you might be noticing a lot of things starting to be, relieved in your life, especially when it comes to things in your life that have been kind of forced to come to a grinding halt or have been resisting important transformations or important progress for whatever reason. And so be prepared. This is going to be a week that's pretty fast-paced, but also a breath of fresh air. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work, job, and finances, you've got the Page of Wands upright. And the Page of Wands is all about important invitations, important new opportunities, and even some kind of recognition opportunity coming your way. A lot of the times with the Page of Wands, we see ourselves going through a bit of a boost, not only in our reputation, our popularity, but also getting discovered for things that could actually be yielding us more money, or maybe even an opportunity to get to higher places in our work life, in our career, or maybe some kind of professional ambition. But you are going to need to be ready this week to be a bit more social as well. For your community with friends, relatives, and other people in your life, we've got the Empress reversed. This week, there could be something coming up with, let's just say, somebody who just can't. The Empress reverse can often show up where somebody who is maybe their own worst enemy, or somebody that is maybe a problem for more people than just themselves, has kind of dug a bit of a hole. Now, with the Empress reverse, this could be something that you are discovering yourself. This is a message of the call coming from inside the house, so to speak, or possibly something going on around a friend, a friendship group, or a family situation where somebody has been deliberately either, sabotaging something or holding something back or making something harder than it needs to be. A lot of the times, the Empress reversed, we can see somebody who's very stuck in their ways, somebody that might even be operating with a bit of a maturity deficit, almost like an adult baby brat. And this might be a situation where you have to kind of do what you can to steer the situation around and away from this person. For your challenge this week, you've got the Five of Pentacles upright. Now, the Five of Pentacles is the card of hardship. It can indicate some kind of setback, unexpected expense, or loss. But because it's coming up as a challenge, this is likely showing up here where you might be going through some kind of wake-up call, that you might be trying to make something happen in the wrong place, under the wrong conditions, or with the wrong plan. The good news is, with the Five of Pentacles, though, is that there is going to be an alternative to get you where you need to go. But you're challenged with letting go of certain things that you may insist on trying to make happen a very particular way. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Ace of Swords in reverse. Now, the Ace of Swords in reverse can indicate catching a mistake, catching an error, or catching a bad judgment. And this could be something that you are discovering with a partner, a significant other, or somebody new or new-ish. And a lot of the times with the Ace of Swords reversed, it's kind of like we are seeing where something has been maybe getting done the hard way, getting done the wrong way, or something has been working against itself. While this could be a bit frustrating to find out, this is also still at least an opportunity for us to see why something is not taking off or something is not working so that we can actually fix it. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, son of Selene, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you can head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all of my Capricorn people out there, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to have a look and see just what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological weather and tarot traffic reports for the week starting April 21st, 2025. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. It is the last full week of my April sale after all. So what is going on when it comes to your week? Well, on the 24th, we've got Venus conjunct Saturn in Pisces, which is all about opportunities to turn fantasies into facts. And for you, this is taking place in your third house of communications, pacts, promises, commitments, contracts, helpful third parties, and collaborations. And it's likely that there could be some helpful collaboration, handoff, hookup, or trade going on as we go through the early parts of this week, where you could be given either the lead, the information, the open door, or the resources to take something that is sat in the realm of wishin', waitin', hopin', and turn it into something practical and real. On the 26th and 27th, we've got Mars opposite Pluto from Leo to Aquarius. All the while, we also have this new moon in Taurus. So you're about to go through this very cool window period from about the 27th on into early May, where this new, maybe a new beginning, a new fresh start, a new love story, or maybe some kind of new relationship development or evolution is getting the chance to unfold. However, at the same time, we also have this Mars opposite Pluto likely bringing up some kind of expected confrontation or crossroads around some kind of financial matter or professional matter. Likely these are not related to one another, but they will be happening at the same time. So that's what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Capricorn, here's your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme, your big focus, you've got the Devil upright. And the Devil card upright is indicating this week you might be getting brought face to face more than once with the causes, sources, or cores of a lot of problems or obstacles or obstructions in your life that maybe you did or did not know the causes or the cores of. This is a card that does require us to be ready because we may have to start facing problems head on versus roundabout ways if that has been your strategy in the past. Sometimes we feel like we got to because of people or job circumstances or family or whatever. But the Devil card is all about bringing it face to face. Now, the good news here, and there is good with this card, is that we also start to get a real idea of where exactly the problems that we've been maybe having a hard time centering on are coming from versus maybe where we have been maybe looking at the wrong things or taking the wrong approaches before. Once we know what's there, now we can deal with what's there. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work, job, and finances, you've got the Emperor upright. And the Emperor is indicating this week you could be getting lifted up high because of the actions of somebody in a considerable position of power. This could be an authority figure, whether it's a work authority figure or a business authority figure, or somebody who just commands a great deal of power somewhere in your practical world. Again, work, job, finances. And with the Emperor, it's almost like a call that they are making is actually helping to raise you up to, I guess you could say, a higher stage or help move you into a faster lane. This can also indicate somebody possibly trying to lift up your good name or put the power they have behind themselves behind you for you to put to good use. For your community with friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Queen of Cups upright. More help is on the way. The Queen of Cups is indicating that there could be some kind of very important help, intervention, or intercession with something that you've got going on from a generous friend, a relative, or somebody who is looking to give freely something that they know you need. A lot of the times, the Queen of Cups is the card that I will refer to as kind of like the fairy godmother kind of card. Somebody who has something we're looking for or somebody who knows what we need and how to get it. And through the actions of this Queen of Cups this week, whoever they are, might not be a queen, by the way, is this is going to be opening up a door or perhaps even sating a need we didn't know we had. For your challenge this week, you've got the Seven of Swords upright. This week, you're going to want to be smart about what you are keeping to yourself. The Seven of Swords can indicate a risk of information falling into the wrong hands, or maybe even some underhanded or deceitful behavior. This can sometimes show up where we need to be careful about being too trusting, especially even when it comes to good things, but also make sure that, if we're putting things out there to do this, that, and the other thing, let's make sure that they are set, done, deal, sure things, instead of just putting it out there to put out there. I could strangle whoever decided that they were going to teach the world to, quote, manifest with lies by just lying about things and hoping other people will, believe it and that'll make it happen. Because the Seven of Swords is saying, if anything gets out that shouldn't be out or information goes out into the wrong hands, there could be trouble starting. And the challenge with the Seven of Swords is we need to be careful with keeping our own counsel and protecting what is sensitive. For your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Judgment card reversed. And the Judgment card reversed is indicating this week, you're probably going to find out about something that is getting quit or dropped. A lot of the times the Judgment card reversed can indicate something being released or let go that does need to be abandoned or let go. Now, this is something that you, maybe a significant other or somebody new or new-ish is doing. Maybe this is something that we're doing as a unified front. Sometimes this is a really good bit of news, especially if we are quitting or dropping or moving away from something that we don't want to keep or we don't want to stay in anymore. However, with the Judgment card reversed, there can sometimes be some fallout from that as well. So there might be some stuff to clean up, but the Judgment card reversed is still indicating a quit is likely going to occur here. So that is what I got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, son of Celine, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all of my Aquarius people out there, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to have a look and see just what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological weather report and your tarot traffic report for the week starting April 21st, 2025. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you can head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. You can follow the links in the down bar below. It is, after all, the final week of my April sale, or the final full week, I should say. So what's going on when it comes to your week? On the 24th, we've got Venus conjunct Saturn in Pisces, your second house of income, employment, and security. And over the course of the 24th and even into a bit of the 25th, a lot of you are going to be getting a chance to turn some kind of fantasy into a fact around a financial, professional, or business ideal. This is likely something that could come with the favor of another person, whether it's a business ally, a really cool boss, or maybe even somebody just kind of providing an opening for such to happen. But whatever the case is, when these two come together this way, we get a chance to turn something from a nebulous fantasy into a practical reality. On the 26th and 27th, we've got Mars opposite Pluto, from Leo all the way into Pluto into your sign. At the same time, we've also got a new moon in Taurus. And it looks to be like there is some kind of beautiful new beginning opening up in your sector of home, family, living situation, and home economy over the course of this next 2 weeks. However, unexpected or maybe long-awaited confrontation or crossroads may also be coming up at the same time, likely involving some kind of close one-on-one connection or maybe arrangement or commitment. And we're going to have to be ready to navigate these both. They may or may not be related to one another, but it could be a confrontation or a crossroads that's been sort of expected, right? Kind of waiting in the shadows. So that is what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Aquarius, time for your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme, your big focus, you've got the Two of Wands reversed. This week, you're going to really want to be on the ball when it comes to clear communication. The Two of Wands reversed can sometimes show up where things getting lost in translation, being misunderstood, or being assumed to be accurate when they're not, could snowball, and you might be dealing with some situations from recent history that could be going in that direction as well. The Two of Wands reverse is not necessarily a bad card, but it's a card of, just insisting that everyone know how to be on the same page. This can also be an important week for where a lot of plans that have been in their sort of beginning stages or planning stages have a chance to really get started, really actually get moving, but we need to be smart about how they start. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work, job, and finances, you've got the Lovers upright. And the Lovers is the Match Made in Heaven card. And for a lot of you, this is going to be a week where some kind of very important deal, commitment, collaboration, union, partnership, or maybe long-term plan is going to be put on the table or getting ready to be set in motion. A lot of the times the Lovers can indicate not just a match made in heaven in terms of you and any other party involved, but also something that is gearing up to create a reward, be it financial or professional or practical, that is greater than the sum of its parts. Now, this could be something that's going on in a work conversation around a business matter, or possibly something that is helping to help get you and another person, a colleague, or an ally into, again, kind of a place where you can get ready to start living a higher life if we get ready to commit. For your, excuse me, for your community with friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Ten of Swords reversed. Ten of Swords reversed, really good reversed card. When it's upright, it's awful. When it's reversed, it's glorious. Because the Ten of Swords reversed is all about getting a chance to dodge a bullet or get out of a bad situation or make a big left turn away from something we don't want to keep headed towards. Now, this is something that is either going to come about because of the actions of a friend, a helpful advisor, or maybe somebody that you trust, or maybe circumstance. But with the Ten of Swords reversed, something in your social life or something in another corner of your world, you are getting a chance to make a big left turn from, much to your relief. With the Ten of Swords reversed, we could also find out about a friend, an ally, or relative, or somebody that we know that could help to undo or reverse something bad that has already been kind of put on us. For your challenge this week, you've got the Knight of Pentacles upright. And the Knight of Pentacles is the card of improvements and, again, strong commitments and things that are actually helping to elevate us in the world. But as a challenge, the Knight of Pentacles can sometimes show up where we need to be ready to raise our standards in order to meet the fortune that we are getting. The Knight of Pentacles can often indicate some kind of new commitment that is actually sprucing up all corners of our world at the same time, and possibly even an ally or a friend or somebody that we are joining up with. But we are going to have to be ready to polish some things that we have not polished in a while, or things that we've been a little loosey-goosey with. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Chariot reversed. And the Chariot card reversed is indicating this week there could be something going on where it's likely you, a significant other, or somebody new or new-ish, maybe having a hard time working together, or finding a hard time to actually just spend time together. The Chariot reverse is a card of busyness, as well as priorities, as well as people, as well as roads, kind of branching off in all directions and things getting very chaotic. And this could be something that is a bit of a wake-up call that we might need to kind of run a tighter ship, especially around schedules, how we organize our days, how we organize our time. But this could also indicate something that you and a partner or somebody new or new-ish discover isn't working the way we thought, and it's kind of getting away from us, and we have to decide if we want to try to rein it in or let it go. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, son of Celine, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all of my Pisces people out there, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to have a look and see just what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological weather and tarot traffic reports for the week starting April 21st, 2025. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. It is, after all, the last full week of my April sale. So what's going on when it comes to your week? Well, on the 24th, we've got Venus conjunct Saturn in your sign, which makes this week in a big way all about you and your personal story, your personal journey, right? Irrespective of what you might have going on with friends and work and colleagues and family and partners. It's really about bringing it back to your true road, your true journey. And with Venus conjunct Saturn here, there is an opportunity to turn some kind of personal wish, personal desire, or personal fantasy into a practical fact and reality. This is likely something that is going to require you to take some time to yourself with maybe those who are on a need-to-know basis, but really kind of take some time to work on your own road this week when and how this comes up. On the 26th and 27th, we've got Mars in Leo opposite Pluto in Aquarius, but also at the same time, a new moon in Taurus. And so we have this really strong new beginning getting going around some kind of maybe joint effort with a ally, a collaborator, or some kind of joining of forces that is helping to lift you, a personal project, or maybe even a personal road to a high height. Sometimes the new moon in the third house, where it is for you, can also indicate an opportunity for us to get some kind of road cleared for us through the help of our friends. However, Mars opposite Pluto is also likely going to be bringing up some kind of maybe awaited or expected confrontation around some kind of work or business matter, or possibly around something where a hidden challenge, a hidden enemy, or adversary has been hiding in plain sight. This probably has nothing to do with one another, but you're going to have to be ready to navigate both at the same time. So that is what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Pisces, here's your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme, your big focus, you've got the Sun card reversed. Now the Sun card, even though it's reversed, is still a good card. It still retains a lot of the good messages of the Sun upright: happiness, peace, purity, wholesome simplicity, and sweetness. However, when we have the Sun card reversed, this can show up where a lot of things in our life are going to be going through a bit of a spin cycle, almost like we were actually doing a big clean out and clean up. And with the Sun card reversed, this is all for the good, but it can create a lot of situations where it's possible through a lot of fixing that there could be some reactivity around different corners of your world. There is a cleanup crew kind of feel coming from the Sun card reversed, which is actually going to be sprucing up a lot of things in your life that already haven't been working for you. But you need to be careful because sometimes, going through those transition processes can be complicated. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work, job, and finances, you've got the Death card upright. Now, the Death card is a card of course, endings that precipitate new beginnings, things turning over, right? Closing one chapter and opening up another. And for a lot of you, this is going to be a turnover that is an ending that you see coming or that you've seen coming. The Death card never precipitates a surprise. Now, for a lot of you, this could indicate a turnover moment that happens either around a work or financial matter or a practical affair, something that we have already been seeing is coming to its end. However, the Death card then, of course, then opens a brand new door, or maybe opens up an opportunity that could not be embarked upon because of the old situation. Some of you may be finding something glorious that is allowing you to take your leave of a financial or business matter you are not happy with anymore, or you might be finding that this transformation is going on a more environmental level and allowing you to do so as well. For your community with friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Page of Cups reversed. Now, the Page of Cups reversed can sometimes show up as unwanted affirmative attention. Basically, praise, incentive, bribes, that to keep doing things or to do things that we don't want. A lot of the times the Page of Cups reversed, we could look at it as unwanted affirmative or unwanted affection or unwanted attention coming our way. And for a lot of you, this could be something that stirs a bit of tension in a friendship group, a family situation, or something else, because you might be getting some kind of incentive to maintain or do something that makes you not happy, or make you do something that's not really giving you what you want, or keep something that you attained that's not actually turning out to be what you thought it was. And you may have to get real with somebody or several somebodies about it this week. For your challenge, you've got the Seven of Wands reversed. Now, the Seven of Wands reversed is a card of choosing your battles, paying attention to whether or not certain hills are worth dying on. And for a lot of you, the Seven of Wands reversed can sometimes show up where we might be finding ourselves in a situation where we are defending or maintaining a situation that actually is, again, not working for us. It's not ending up or creating or leading us in the direction that we want or to the future that we want. And it's time with the Seven of Wands reversed to take a step back and maybe be a bit more neutral and objective. Pay attention to the things that maybe we kind of carry on, or that we defend, or that we maintain to our detriment, taking us further away from the roads we wanted to be on. Because this week, you might discover where that's been happening. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Nine of Cups reversed. Now, the Nine of Cups reversed is kind of an interesting card because it is a card of wishes and wishes getting granted. But again, we're coming into a space where there is this sense of incompleteness from attainment. And this might be something going on between you and a significant other, or somebody new, or somebody new-ish. And we have to see exactly where something that maybe we are working on accomplishing is not really getting to the core of what we are trying to do for ourselves. The Nine of Cups reversed is not necessarily a card of bad news, but it's basically saying there's something going on where there's an empty calorie feeling going on around an accomplishment, an effort, or something that we've been maintaining. And it's time to change our methods, or maybe change our course in the revelation of that empty calorie kind of thing. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, son of Celine. And should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you can head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.